Hello, I'm your guest Nima Pirian. This is Michael Newman and Nathan Hanagai. Thank you so much for joining episode 19 of Business Mindset. So as of today, we saw and heard that Fiverr, I think that's what they're called,
Yeah,
reportedly made a vaccine for the coronavirus. What do you guys expect might happen now?
They've come out with a vaccine for the
is that
coronavirus?
the one that's 90% accuracy, or it's
Something like that, approval, accuracy. But with with them saying this, what do you think can happen?
I mean, I think the stock market is gonna do really well then, the way it's gonna
You
react.
think we're gonna force people to put to have the
Uh,
vaccine?
I mean, you can't forget that we're still in the United States. There's always gonna be controversy with things that are so and so required. So
With vaccines, I don't think it should be forced.
it's gonna become another problem, just like abortion, just like gun laws. It's gonna just be another fight, and it already is. Vaccinating your children is very controversial.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, there's gonna be people that are gonna get it, and there's gonna be people that don't get it. But hopefully, the amount of people that get it outweigh the amount of people who choose not to get it, and
Yeah.
and we kind of come to
Why do you think some people are scared to have the vaccine?
in
People, a
general,
lot of people.
in general,
Yeah, go ahead.
why are people scared? Or,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I don't know. It could be religiously affiliated. Maybe that they just
There's like a lot of conspiracy theorists say that they made this vaccine to track people.
Hmm.
I don't know
Well,
what
well, just speaking about vaccines in general, I think that some people believe that it's, the will of God if you're supposed to live or die and you're not supposed to inject, certain
Yeah.
vaccines to save your life, because if you're supposed to die, then you're supposed to die. I think that's one viewpoint. I'm not
With
sure.
that defense that they bring up, I totally disagree. And I'm not saying that I totally disagree with getting vaccinated or agree with being vaccinated, but that defense that you just said that people are making, I
Well,
totally
I'm not even sure if that's true. I've never spoken to someone who is anti-vaccine, but
right.
I think that's what I've read.
I think
If it
I think vaccines are fine. Like the ones that like some of the vaccines like maybe the muses there's like a vaccine like chickenpox for example, right? I think that's something that you should take, but like the flu shot is not something you should take. Like that's something like an option, you know. So a
I
lot of
think it should be left up to the individual. Leave it
like
up to the individual.
all of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because nothing in this country is allowed to be compulsory. Like,
No, but I think you should be mandatory if you like go to school to take like the measles, like chicken pox,
well,
like
it is.
Okay,
It is.
I could
I
yeah.
know. Yeah, no, those I think you should, but like the ones like flu shot, I think that's for I took the flu shot and I still get the flu. You know,
I
I
mean, we can
Oh, huh?
yeah, I mean, we can talk about making it mandatory for going to schools. I'm generally against anything being mandatory.
that's
Um,
the freedom right there. Yeah.
right. That yeah, I guess it's a little bit of a gray area, but I think we can have a discussion about that going into school, making it mandatory. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and coronavirus 19 is not the first coronavirus. There was
Exactly.
an
But also a lot of teachers said that they're not gonna go to school until there's a vaccine being made. So I don't think we're gonna
yeah,
go I
yeah,
don't think we're gonna go back to school at all this year. If that's the rate of the what
probably
the
not. I think if someone thinks they're gonna go back to school in January, they're probably a little delusional. I don't know.
I think we'll go back to school by January or March if President Trump gets reelected. Because if he gets reelected, I think he's just gonna make it say, all right, everyone doesn't matter. We gotta like open up the schools, do whatever precaution you have to do. You just have to open it up.
I don't
Well, I
know.
mean, that doesn't
How
necessarily mean that Joe Biden can't do those same
Well, no,
measures.
because what he
I'm
said.
sure Joe Biden wants to open up the country just as much as Trump, just in a different way.
Yeah, I think what he said is that he wants to do like a lockdown again. I think that's what he said. I'm not too sure, like, but what he said is that he wants to do a lockdown of the country, like what we had in March.
Oh,
So
does
Do
he
you think
want
that
to
would
do
be?
it?
Do you think that would cause a recession?
you're shutting everything down again, just like in March, you know?
I think we're already in a recession.
Well,
Yeah,
March 12th was the beginning of that.
yeah, we're recovering from it.
No,
But
we're
it,
not recovering from it. We haven't even
2008.
seen it. We haven't even seen it yet.
Yeah,
I agree with
it,
Michael. We haven't even seen it yet.
it's not like a 2008 recession. That
Just
is
start saving your money. Don't buy stupid stuff now. That's all I have
well,
to say. Don't go buying clothes. Don't go buying like expensive food at restaurants. Like, be very minimal. It's not that hard.
well,
I
like
want to make.
in 2008, that was a whole different thing than what we saw, you
But
know?
now
I want to
people
make.
now people are buying, and so they're splurging because they're so bored. They feel like they need an online shop and buy this and impress that person and get this car when they have barely a one bedroom house. You know,
Yeah.
I just think it's crazy. But
I want to respond really quickly to what Nima said, one of the comments he made about the recession of 2008. I just wanted to say, like, yes, okay, the 2008 recession was very bad. In my opinion, my personal opinion, just seeing the statistics and doing my own research on it, I do believe that the recession that we are in, or if we're not in one, then the one that's going to happen is going to be much, much worse than the 2008 one. And I say that honestly, I hope that it doesn't happen, but I do believe we haven't seen even the beginning of the recession. Like, we're seeing companies going bankrupt right now. We saw CPK just go bankrupt. We saw Nathan Niles just go bankrupt right on Beverly Drive. I don't think that that is even the beginning of the recession. I think that the beginning is going to start whenever we see the news, nothing else but bankrupt, big companies, Macy's, Bloomingdale's, Nordstrom going down and hitting the floor, just like what happened in 2008.
Yeah.
And do you think if there's political unrest, it's going to become even more
Oh yeah, that never helps anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
interesting?
All
absolutely.
right. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
There's a lot of different things happening simultaneously. And,
I think coronavirus has become a political thing now instead of an actual.
well, I mean, it is definitely real. So that's
Yeah.
No, I don't think anyone is doubting that it's fake, but I think
there's a lot of people who think it's a hoax.
yeah,
From some of the remarks that President Trump made previously.
There's a lot of conspiracies, but I think it is really real, and don't be scared of it, but you have to still take precautions.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like and subscribe for the next episode. Thank you.
Thank you so much.